Well, good morning, everybody. It's Brad, Firewood at the Furnace. Thanks for joining us today. Today could quite possibly be our last delivery of the season. Now, there's plenty of work to do here in the wood yard because there's a lot of wood here to get ready for next year. But as you can see, these pallets are empty. Stick around and I'll show you why. All right, welcome back, everybody. So as you just saw in the intro there's a lot of empty pallets here, which, as we talked about before, is a great thing. But I think today I've got to deliver one cord to a new customer, and I think that's going to be my last cord that I have to deliver for heating wood. She contacted me and wanted 2 cords, and I told her that supply was low. So I told her what I had left was this little bit of cherry here. I've got a 1/3 of a cord of locust there. I've got a 1/3 of a cord of maple that's up there. And then I've got a little bit of walnut that's stacked there that'll fill out the face cord of the cherry. So that'll be the end of the heating wood for this year. She was happy that I could get that at least 1 cord for. So we'll be delivering that this afternoon, and then whatever else you see stacked up here behind me is just campfire wood. It's a little bit of ash, a little bit of poplar. I think there's some beech and maybe a little bit of soft maple in there. But we'll keep that for the bundles because the bundle sales are still going really well, and I think they're going to continue to go well for at least the next month or 2. So we're still selling bundles. We're not going to be delivering cords of wood, but we've got to get ready for next year. And I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do about production next year, and I think I might want to double what I did this year because it went quick. I mean, really quick. I've been so surprised and overwhelmed with the response and the amount of demand for firewood. Holy cow. Like, I was thinking that it would have to get cold and start snowing before people started panicking for firewood, but people are on the ball with these fuel prices the way they are, and the prices just keep going up. It's up near $4 here where I am a gallon. Diesel fuel shot up about 18 cents in one night, and gasoline went up, I think, 11 or 12 cents. So we're getting next year's wood ready here. So we got the rest of that ash split up that we bucked up last week, and today we're going to get this load of ash bucked up, and yeah, try to double production. I figured it up, and I sold, let me think here, 40, 66, I sold 67 face cords of wood, heating wood. So 23 or 24 full cords. But let's get the saws warmed up. We'll get this bucked up, and then we'll do our last delivery. Stick around. That's a pretty big log. Chips look good though. Not too bad. All right, so we got that little bit of ash there bucked up. That's all done. It'll go in that bin right there. So we'll finish filling up that little bit on that 1/3 of a cord, and then we'll start over here on this other bin with what's the ash that's laying here. But splitting on that will be for another day, because we're gonna have to get the dump trailer hooked up now and start loading up this last cord of firewood that we have for delivery. So I'm gonna go pick up my daughter Taylor, because she's gonna go with me today on the delivery. She's gonna help me get it loaded. We'll get the dump trailer hooked up and we'll be right back.
Hi everyone, it's Taylor. My dad just picked me up and we're getting ready to hook up the trailer and load in the cord of wood for our final delivery.
Let's get the trailer hooked up. She got me in the right spot. Let's get out and take a look. Let's do it.
Yes, I think.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
Perfect.
So you got to latch the tongue first. So pull up on that handle and push it back. Yep. Lift up on the bottom part and push the top part down. Yep. And see that pin? It goes through the hole underneath that bolt. Right here. So that just keeps that from coming back open. That's it. Get the wheel chock out from underneath the tires. Just put it in the back of the truck. So this is just over half of a face cord of cherry. So we'll load this and then we'll get about a half a face cord of walnut up there to fill this out. And then we've got a 1/3 of a cord of locust and a 1/3 of a cord of maple. So we're gonna put you on time lapse and me and Taylor are gonna get this loaded. Well, there it is. Another fine looking full cord of mixed hardwoods. We've got some walnut, cherry, locust, and maple. My ever faithful firewood delivery loading assistant Taylor here. She's always on the job with me, helping me get it loaded a little quicker. So we're thankful for that. We got to wait about 15 or 20 minutes. We have a scheduled delivery at 4 p.m. So we're a little ahead of schedule. I might take her to the store and get her a Slurpee. What do you think? Yeah. She wants a Slurpee. I think she earned it. So we'll be back to you in a few. So a couple of you have asked me in the comments how I pay my children for their help. Well, sometimes they volunteer to help. Other times they get to pick the place that we go to dinner, maybe their favorite place to eat. Sometimes it's Texas Roadhouse, sometimes it's other places. Sometimes they get paid with cash. And today, in exchange for Taylor's help, her payment by her request was a Slurpee. So there she goes. She got her large Slurpee, and we are on the road to go dump off this load.
The one I seen the other morning, man, he was a monster.
Wow.
I didn't see him at first. I come off my porch, I get over to sleep in my truck, and something made me look. I'm like,
Well, it's
I seen him, I was like, yeah. He's 8 at least.
that's nice when you can get her right outside the door.
My brother, he comes back here all the time, right? He says, he knew the people before I moved in. He said, well, I might just come sit in your living room, and if I see him, I'll just shoot him from the back door. Is that all right? I said, I guess. Oh, that's a picture of me?
Yeah, we have to hang it on the wall.
Oh, okay, we'll hang it up somewhere.
So I
Thanks,
figured.
sir.
Mom.
Let me get your card so you have
Yeah,
my number.
definitely. I'm not putting any more.
Because I meant to get her card number, that way we have to communicate all through Facebook.
Yeah.
But
I had all the folks are going to get my own wood this year.
all right, everybody, so we're back from that last delivery, which very well could be our final delivery of the season. There's a little bit of stuff here left that could probably get a face cord together for somebody if they were in desperate need of some firewood to keep warm this winter. And this other stuff that I have already bucked up and stacked that I'm waiting to split has been here for a while too. So some of that may be good to go, but I'm not going to advertise that, and I'm not going to let anybody know we have it until I get it split and stacked and I know exactly what I have. Taylor here, she was a big help today. She's standing on top of a log. She's got some of her grandfather's blood in her apparently, because if you're friends with me on Facebook and you look at my profile picture, my father looks like he's about 8 foot tall standing next to me in my profile picture. And it's a funny story because, you know, for the past several years after I grew up, he always would stand on his tippy toes next to me, so he didn't look shorter than me in pictures. I'll always remember that about him, but in that profile picture he was actually standing on the kitchen chair. And so that's why it's my profile picture, because you know, it's a great memory that I have of my dad, and it's a funny memory. So here Taylor is standing on the log, and we didn't have this discussion before we started recording this, so she apparently wants to be taller than her dad too. So I want to thank everybody for sticking around today with us, and if you haven't clicked on the subscribe button, please consider doing that. We really appreciate it. I've got a few bundles to make here this evening for somebody that's coming to pick them up later on, but I just want to tell everybody I hope you have a great week, and click on some of these other videos on the sides here. Check them out if you haven't watched them, and we'll see you next time.